This woman unalived 600 girls. And the crazy part is, she was never arrested. They called her the Blood Countess, Elizabeth Báthory, a noblewoman of immense power in 17th century Hungary. So it all started when young peasant girls, lured or forced into her service, start vanishing without a trace. Rumors swelled into accusations of unspeakable cruelty. Stories of brutal torture, of needles and beatings, began to leak from the castle. And the most chilling legend of all, often tied to the claim of 600 victims, is that Báthory believed bathing in the blood of virgins would preserve her fading youth. For years, her wealth and influence shielded her from scrutiny. But as the number of missing girls grew, an investigation was finally launched. The evidence uncovered was gruesome, detailing the systematic torture and unalivings of many young women. Due to her noble status, Báthory was never brought to a public trial. Instead, she was walled up in her own castle, confined to a few rooms for the rest of her days. Elizabeth Báthory, the Blood Countess, remains a haunting figure in history, a chilling testament to the darkness that absolute power can unleash. This girl was unalived by a pizza guy, and the crazy part is, she wanted him to do that. It all started when this girl, Natalie, became friends with this homeless man. His name is Sean. Time goes by and they get real close until it was very uncomfortable for Natalie. Sean's friendship warped into a chilling obsession, making Natalie feel increasingly unsafe. She was forced to cut him out of her life, desperately seek a restraining order, and even take the drastic step of alerting her Facebook friends to his alarming stalking behavior. Then, one day, Natalie vanished without a trace. Her boyfriend returned home from work to find an unsettling scene. Natalie wasn't there, but all her belongings were, and his Glock handgun was missing. Knowing something was terribly wrong, especially with the restraining order against Sean, he immediately called the police, reporting his girlfriend missing and mentioning Sean's history of stalking. With Sean as the prime suspect, police quickly brought him in for questioning. Although Sean denied any involvement and they lacked concrete evidence initially, the circumstances were suspicious enough for them to arrest him, despite the strong public sentiment. Further investigation eventually cleared Sean of any involvement in Natalie's death. The mystery surrounding Natalie's disappearance took a grim turn the next day. A hiker venturing through the woods near a local dairy farm stumbled upon a body. Tragically, it was Natalie. She had been shot in the head, with Natalie's body found. The police continued their investigation, even after Sean was cleared. They began meticulously piecing together her last known movements and communications. The real twist came a month later with Natalie's phone records revealing numerous messages with a pizza delivery driver. This guy, we'll call him Bob, initially denying any connection. Bob eventually admitted knowing Natalie and offered a shocking account. He claimed Natalie, deeply troubled by depression, relationship issues, stalking, and drug problems, had posted a Craigslist ad seeking someone to unalive her. Bob responded, and after exchanging texts, Natalie provided her boyfriend's Glock. He stated they drove to a dairy farm, and she told him to shoot her. So he pointed the gun at her head and he shot her. Regardless of Bob's intentions, it was legally murder. Bob was arrested, took a plea deal, and was sentenced to 48 years. A shocking and tragic end, all stemming from an unexpected online encounter. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you on the next one.